and welcome to Ignite Your Cybersecurity Transformation, Embracing Security as a Service. My name is John Menezes, and I'm the President and CEO of Stratejm. I've been in the cybersecurity business now for 30 years, and long before it was called cybersecurity. I've been in the managed security business for over 20 years. My first company was a first generation managed security service, which I exited in 2010. And then in 2015, I created this new company called Stratejm, and we refer to it as a next generation managed security service provider. And I'm hoping at the end of my 20 minutes, you'll understand why we refer to it as a next generation managed security services provider. The curse of Sisyphus. So who knows about the curse of Sisyphus? 1, 2, that's great. So Sisyphus was a Greek king who cheated death 3 times. And so the Greek god Zeus cursed him to push a boulder up a hill for eternity. And so that's the curse of Sisyphus. So you're probably thinking, what has the curse of Sisyphus got to do with cybersecurity and a Gartner Security and Risk Summit? Well, I'll tell you. Sisyphus had an endless struggle. He had to push the boulder up the hill, and he was constantly facing new threats. Sounds familiar, right? We as cybersecurity professionals, we are constantly facing new threats, new tactics. The hackers are always staying ahead of us. So what else about? So Sisyphus had to be persistent. You know, he's rolling this rock up the hill, so he has to be persistent. We, as cybersecurity professionals, we also have to be persistent. The importance of vigilance. We, as cybersecurity professionals, we have to be vigilant. Sisyphus had to be vigilant as well, because pushing that rock up the hill, he couldn't afford to take his eyes off the ball or eyes off the rock. And then we talk about the human factor. Sisyphus was punished because of his deceit and cunningness. So we also in our human factor, we have users that are causing problems, user errors, which in many of the cases, and we heard this morning, about how users, cause breaches and intend to cause breaches. So, and finally, adaptability. We as cybersecurity professionals have to adapt and constantly look out for what the hackers are doing. The hackers are changing their tactics, and we have to change our tactics as well. So, in conclusion, we as cybersecurity professionals, we're cursed. We're cursed. We have to keep doing the same things over and over and over again. And so I'm here today to tell you that we want to lift this curse. And we're going to lift this curse with Stratejm's Security as a Service. So who is Stratejm? So we are a next generation managed security services provider. What we are doing is we have created an integrated solution for our customers. So we no longer sell products. We no longer sell you bits and pieces. We're selling you a complete service, an end-to-end service. And we have been doing this since 2015. So what are the modern security challenges that you have? Everything is siloed. We know that. There are no qualified security professionals. Yesterday in the keynote they said there's going to be 3.5 million cybersecurity professionals and there's nobody there to fill those positions. We have thousands of solutions and you can see the flow today. We have 250 vendors here, so there's constant solutions, new solutions coming out. And with all of this, we failed to achieve meaningful security outcomes. And most of all, the attackers are constantly innovating and are constantly challenging us to do better. So if you go to any organization, as we heard yesterday, an organization has maybe 10, 12, 20 different security products. And so what we have done is we've been integrating all these products for the last 7 years. And it's only in the last 2 years that Gartner came out with this great theme. They call it a cybersecurity mesh architecture. And I said, Stratejm has been doing the cybersecurity mesh architecture for the last 7 years. But now we've got a fancy name for it. Okay? And what our architecture does, it integrates everything that you have. There is no silo in our security as a service. So what does having a mesh do for you? It allows us to reduce the time to detection. It allows us to reduce the time to containment. And we're able to do all of this stuff because we're getting data from so many devices, so many solutions. We're able to analyze all the data in real time, and we can deliver a great solution for our customers. So everything we're doing, so when Gartner talks about cybersecurity mesh architecture, they have 1.0 and yesterday was 2.0. We have been doing this, we have it implemented, it works. So when we started this company 7 years ago, all we had was a SIM. And then we added in threat intelligence. And then a few months later, we added in vulnerability management. And so on and so forth. We have over the years implemented and integrated all these products for you within our cybersecurity mesh. We are the only company in North America, that can provide you a cybersecurity mesh. And today somebody talked about cybersecurity mesh as a service. I said, we are already providing you a security as a service which is based on the cybersecurity mesh architecture. So what this is doing for us now is we're ending silos. There are no more silos. We don't want silos. Silos cannot solve the problem for cybersecurity professionals. We need to have the mesh. So, because there's no mesh, Gartner analysts are talking about vendor consolidation. Why are they talking about vendor consolidation? Because you need to have all the products communicating with each other and working together. So now you've got XDR products coming out. And what is XDR products doing? They're doing a little bit more of investigation and a little bit more of response. But again, it's another silo. So vendor consolidation is not a silver bullet. And with vendor consolidation, you're going to put all your eggs in one basket. And what happens when your favorite vendor doesn't have the solution that you require to meet the requirements, the new requirements that are coming out? So you're going to be stuck. And so, I've been in this business for 30 years now, and we've been talking about consolidation and consolidating. I think Gartner predicted in 2010 that the cybersecurity industry was going to be consolidating. My prediction is that the industry will always be consolidating, but it will be never consolidated. And you need the best of both worlds. And the best of both worlds is what? Security as a service. Security as a service which is built on the cybersecurity mesh architecture is a way of the future. This is the only way you're going to get the outcomes that you want in a timely fashion. You can go out and buy a new tool today from the floor. It's going to take you 3, 6, 9 months to get it implemented. We can implement security as a service for you within 6 to 8 weeks or 12 weeks if you're a larger organization. Our solution is already integrated, so we have de-risked the implementation time that it takes you to implement. So we can implement your SIM, your threat intelligence, your vulnerability management, your secure web gateway, your privilege access management in record times because we have already integrated everything. It's in Azure, it's in AWS, it's ready to go. And that solves your problem of vendor consolidation. It solves your problem of too many tools. It solves your problem of too many silos. And it solves your problem of not getting the outcomes that you desire. We're vendor agnostic. We are using the best of breed technologies for our solution. But we are vendor agnostic. We don't care if it's Cisco or Checkpoint, my friend from Cisco sitting here. We want to make sure that we have the best technology for you to deliver for you the outcomes that you require. And sometimes what happens is that when you're delivering a product or solution, it may not be the best one, and you might need to change. But because of our mesh architecture, it's very easy for us to change. And then Stratejm has some of the best resources available in the marketplace. So we know that not everybody is the same. Your financial services, your critical infrastructure, your retail, not everybody is the same. So we need technical people to be able to implement the solutions for you based on your unique requirements. But we also know that 80% of cybersecurity is foundational, it's fundamental. So whether you're a large bank or a small bank, whether you're a healthcare company or whether you're a critical infrastructure, the fundamentals of cybersecurity are the same. So 80% across the board is the same fundamental cybersecurity that you have. And then you can tweak it. And then what we've done, bring your own technology. So we built the mesh based on what we believe are the best of breed technologies in SIM, EDR, secure web gateway, threat intelligence. But if you say to us, you know what, we like your mesh, but this is our favorite vendor, we want to integrate this vendor into your mesh, we can do that as well for you. Because the mesh has been built and architected to give us its agility to be able to adjust to what our customers want and how they want to do things. But the key messaging is we have to put it all together. All these tools have to work together to deliver the outcome that you want. We cannot, if you don't have everything connected, how can you detect a malicious event in a timely fashion? The time to take to detect a malicious event, by the time you go through all these siloed tools, it takes forever. And we need to get to detection quickly. So we need to reduce the time to detection. We need to reduce the time to containment. But you cannot block something on your firewalls or on your secure web gateway if you're not sure that it's good to block. And the only way you know what is good to block is if you have data points from various different sources. So don't take my word for it. Superior Plus is a mid-sized company, 5,000 users, located in Canada and the US. They're typical organization, lots of security tools. Their SOC team is too busy, they're overworked, they have problems about compliance, they have regulatory issues. And so once they're bought into our security service, we have given them a complete security service that's been built on a cybersecurity mesh architecture. They have no problems with their SOC team. Their SOC team can actually, take a rest. We are doing all the incident management, all the response. Our 724 service is active for them. And the most important thing we've done for them is cost certainty. So they know what their costs are for the next 3 to 5 years. So what we are doing and what Stratejm has done is we are bending the cost curve and we're reducing your risk. And the reason we're able to do this is because we have integrated everything and we have built the mesh architecture that you need. So I hope that you guys, girls, will connect with us, contact us, or you can just come down to our booth. We are at booth 120, and we love to hear from you, and we love to do a demo for you and show you how magical our solution really is. Thank you very much.